Welcome back to Weight Warriors. I'm Mike. I'm a fat guy trying not to be fat anymore by making lifestyle changes and documenting the journey. Just finished up week number 14. This was an interesting week. We'll get to it here in a moment. The last couple weeks kind of plateaued, not really plateaued, but didn't lose quite as much weight as I had been losing the previous weeks. And we'll get into this week. I lost a little bit more weight, but it was kind of funny how it happened. Anyway, but before I get to that, let me quickly touch on the 3 keys to success is what we've been calling them. Essentially the 3 things that I've been committed to for this year for weight loss and improving my overall health. Key number 1 is am really focusing on my nutrition. I am counting my calories or tracking my intake of food, and I have a goal to maintain under 2,000 calories per day, which puts me at about a 5 to 1,000 calorie deficit on average from when I started to probably about now. I'm closer to the 500 to 600 range. So that was key number 1. Key number 2 was I am moving more. I am tracking my steps using a fitness tracker, and the goal at the beginning of the year was to hit 10,000 steps a day. At first, that was super tough. Now I pretty much easily hit 10,000 without much effort. Usually I'm above 10 and in the 12 to 13 range for the last couple weeks. So that's been really good. And then the third, and I would argue probably most important key to long-term success was accountability. So thank you for watching this video. And if you've been watching along since the beginning of the journey, again, my sincerest thanks, gratitude for this. Like I said, I don't have a ton of followers at this point, but it is so much easier to stay consistent and stay on top of this, knowing that I've got to shoot a live video or a weekly update. So trying to stay on task of the calories and steps makes it easier when I know I've got to be doing these on a weekly basis. So, but accountability can be any form of accountability. It can be an accountability partner, which I had meh results with in the past. It can be a coach, which I had pretty good results to in the past, or you can add any accountability metric you can. But essentially, my 3 keys to success that I've so far been having success with is nutrition, mobility, and activity, I should say, and then accountability. So those are the 3 keys to success. Now let's get into how this last week went, week 14 for the weight loss journey. So pulling up this week, like I said, it was interesting because I only hit my calorie goal like twice last week. Yeah. I went over calories a lot, especially the last couple of days. And it's been I don't want to say excuse. There's been different things that have been going on. This is Easter weekend, so also happy Easter. A little late, but I hope you guys had a good time celebrating with family and having a good time at church. It's a good time to remember He is risen and be thankful for that. But that also comes with the with Easter weekend also comes with a little bit more calorie intake because you're celebrating the event and celebrating with family. And so we don't have a lot of family where I live right now, but my wife and I did still celebrate with some friends, and I went over on calories that day on the 7th. I'm just catching this now on the 7th of April here. That's actually should be a 3,000, not a 2,000, but well, I'll fix that later. Anyway, I went way over with calories this last week, but what happened, which is kind of crazy, is I kind of lost 3 pounds from last week. So weird, but whatever. I guess, this is why I don't, when you're doing these weight loss journeys, what I'm also kind of taking on in this is don't make any sudden rash changes if you don't see immediate results or an immediate effect of what you're doing. Because a lot of times the result of what you're doing today, the activity of what you're doing today, you might see the result or the byproduct of that for 2 weeks or more. And so, don't make a rash decision just because you're in a plateau for a couple days. But I did maintain good steps. Looking back, this little chart here, if you're following along with the video, steps were pretty good, but my calories, like I said, were significantly higher than I typically keep them. But I still lost a bit of weight. So let's look at now my trend line. I've been putting out these updates to kind of this graph to show each data point of my daily weigh-ins, and it keeps maintains the trajectory of where I'm heading. It also gives me a trend line of how many pounds per week, and I've been pretty much maintaining 1.5 pounds. I just would not have suspected that I'd be averaging 1.5 pounds while going 1,000 calorie surplus or more from what I a couple of those days. But anyway. In the last 10 days, I've lost 2.2 pounds, and I'm trending on 1.5 pounds a week. And we're, like I said, we're only at this point, we're in 9 days into April. No, 10 days. This is Monday after Easter weekend, by the way. So yeah, if you're seeing that, I'm a day late. But anyway, from the beginning of this weight loss journey, I have lost 34.1 pounds. So that's pretty exciting. I'm currently averaging over the entire weight loss journey 2.4 pounds in a week. So that's a bit on the aggressive side, but I lost a ton of water weight right at the beginning. And so I'm not too stressed about kind of being on the higher end of the 1 to 2 pound a week recommendation for how quickly you should burn, or how quickly you should lose body weight. Because again, the goal is to lose fat, not muscle. And I don't have any of the high tech, gear to do a fat percentage check on a routine basis. So, but I'm still feeling pretty good. I will say the increase in calories over the last week, I definitely felt that in my walks, and even right now, my wife's birthday was yesterday, but we celebrated today because yesterday was Easter. So I had some cake today, and I had, about 800 calories of cake to be more clear, and I feel the jitters right now while I'm making this video. So it was good. I enjoyed celebrating. The trend is still losing weight, but I'm got to get back on this week and be a little more strict, which is also going to be a bit of a challenge because I've got a conference coming up that's going to last a few days, and I've got some more family coming into town to visit. So should be an interesting week. I'll keep you posted on how it goes, but have a good week. See you guys next time.